What advice would you give to an entrepreneur in a recession?
What I always say is you can either go and sit and sulk in the corner and cry about the recession, or you can adopt the the attitude that the playfield is even for everyone. I always say in a period of recession brings such a lot of opportunities, because because in your industry there'd always be a lot of the latch-on businesses who's sort of just riding the wave. And in a recession, the industry is really the innovator, and the guy that's really creating the product, he's the one that can adapt. The one that's following needs to wait for the innovator and for the leader to see what they're doing before they can adapt. And by then it's too late. So for me, a recession is always like just a cage shaking the dead wood out and giving you an opportunity to go to the next level. So the recession has done wonders for USN. Gave us the opportunity to develop new products, be more competitive, and shake off a bit of the dead wood.
Sure, the world's your oyster. So the fundamental economic premise of a recession is that companies are pulling back. Companies will psychologically try and cut down and find efficiencies. For entrepreneurs, because you're a smaller outfit, you probably cost less and you're more nimble. So the world is your oyster during a recession, and I think you should be targeting and selling hard during a recession, because people are going to be shifting their budget spends and cutting down. So I think embrace the recession as an entrepreneur.
Always plan. Have that sump. Have that shock absorber. I've always got an extra bond on my house for that I might not need, but it's always there in case I need it. So I use my bond, and I have a building, a warehouse that I own, and again, we don't need the bond on the warehouse, but we've got the bond because it's the cheapest way to borrow, and it's the first thing we pay back, but we use that as a finance for tough times, or for that shock that shock that might suddenly happen. That one is unplanned.
Some companies feel a recession more so than other companies. Certainly recessions, even for us, offer opportunities. Because at SEACOM, I think our proposition very much is we can reduce your overall ICT spend by giving you more bandwidth, and you can outsource a lot of these capabilities. So when actually recession hits for some businesses, you see that the business rises, while it may impact others in a negative way. So I think having something that adds value and can help reduce costs is always a good service that would survive a recession. It's not a luxury item, so to speak.
I think that recessions give you great opportunities to solve big problems, because right now people are feeling the pain. And if you look back in the history of time, it's the one thing we can do is look where great businesses started in tough times. I think it was Alon Reyes who told me, I don't know if it's his quote, but some businesses come out of opportunity, most come out of necessity or solving a big problem. Right now we're in that. It's not hard to look around at people's pain points. What are they struggling with? And I think that if you can have the chutzpah to go after solving those problems in a tough time, understanding that you're not starting in a good time yourself, so it will be tough. But if you can just persevere, if you can just get through that when the times are tough.